Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A with me, Iron Warrior Cosplay. And like I say every single stream, we aren't live until we're live! Hello everyone, and this is my wonderful guest. How are you doing, my friend? How is COVID treating you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. I was one of the very lucky ones in the first lockdown because I basically got paid to have a 5-month holiday. Woo!
Paid to have a 5-month holiday. WhitWyvon Designs gets paid to have a 5-month holiday.
Well, paid for my proper job, not
paid for your proper job.
Not it. But yeah.
But still, you got paid for it though, and that's where it matters. That's where it matters. Your links are being put up in the chat by my wonderful mod Ranger of Creed Cosplay. Thank you so much for that. Now we do have a list of questions, but the first question I have to ask you, and this is quite an important question. Giant sieves.
Yes.
Giant sieves. Let me turn my light on. There we go. Giant sieves
that look like UFOs. Or at least
giant sieves that look like UFOs. So you work for a company that manufactures giant sieves. Yes. I need more info, my dude. I need more info.
Okay. So if you are in the example of Mr. Hodis, for example, and you've got a 5-story tall silo full of flour or sugar or whatever, and you want you need that sieved before it gets baked into delicious cakes, loaves of bread, whatever. You don't want to be getting, just Terry or Bob from down the road with a little kitchen sieve, just shaking it forever and a day, because it'll take, it'll take months to do. So instead, we make big machines, giant electric motors on the side with weights on the top and bottom that shake like hell, and then just have a big stainless steel flat mesh, drop a load of powder into it, and it goes through. Which, the big ones are cool. They look fantastic.
Like UFOs?
Say again?
Like UFOs, you were saying?
Yeah, because they're kind of a dome on the top, which is kind of the lid that you can take off. and then on the bottom they've kind of got a cone, so they kind of look like UFO. And there's a skirt around the middle as well. So and then we put them on a frame that looks like landing legs as well. So they just
to me, the way you're describing it, it sounds like that tall, thin alien spaceship from Men in Black.
Yeah, not a million miles off actually.
That's madness, man. Also, by the way, I would like to just like give a huge thank you to Full Power Creations for the tier 1 sub for 2 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Really, really appreciate it. 2 months in advance. Oh, and we've just had Merlin. Merlin has told us, yes, he knows the Hail Hydrate.
Oh, thank you, Merlin.
But genuinely, thank you so much, Full Power Creations. Really, really appreciate it. Really means a lot. Thank you. Helps keep the stream going. Helps keep me going. So yeah, back to giant sieves.
Yeah. So some of them, I mean, kind of priced, kind of similar to a luxury car, and some of them are as big as a luxury car. They're huge, great things. Yes, especially when we have them hanging off the forklift at work, and it's just like, I don't want to be around if that falls off. Not that it ever does. We're very safe.
Oh yeah. You need to keep the company going. Like, no, it doesn't fall off. It doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
I like that. We've had quite a funny thing in chat. Casual props. Damn, that's a fabulous mug. Tankard. Let's have a look at that. It's from if I'm right, that's from Forge World, isn't it?
Warhammer World, yeah.
World,
I think you can still buy these up there. So proper leather tankard, hand sewn, Bugman's Bar logo on the front. I'm not shilling for Games Workshop in any way, shape, or form.
I think we're all shilling a little bit to Games Workshop if I'm right in saying.
Yeah, I don't have any Games Workshop stuff behind me there at all.
No, you're fine. No giant space marines or anything. You're totally good. It's all good. But speaking of Warhammer and like Games Workshop in general, you are quite a big 40k fan.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Just a smidge. It's like when people ask me, "It's like, do you like Space Marines?" Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't.
Yeah. I've got a couple of companies worth of miniatures that are knocking around, and
I need to ask you what armies you have. I need full details of like what armies you have.
So, I started collecting Space Marines like everyone does when I was 10. Which I pretty much off the bat started doing my own chapter, because who wants to stick with doing the same as everyone else?
I'm not gonna lie, I was so worried you were gonna be like, so I went Ultra Smurfs like everyone does.
No, although the first version of the scheme I called them OSHA Marines, and they were basically Ultramarines but in teal with white heads, and then got bored of that very, very quickly because they were just Ultramarines and that was boring. So redid them, called them the Brotherhood of Fire.
The Brotherhood of Fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
And started off. So this was 20-something years ago, and I have not stopped collecting those. I still keep buying models. I occasionally even remember to paint some of them.
Hold on, wait. You do what to them?
Yeah, I know. It's this weird thing with like brushes and.
You do the thing where you do that and you dip it in and then you put it on the. There's so many people in chat right now probably just being like, looking at their pile of shame, being like, "That's not a joke, my dude. It's a serious problem." Merlin just said Emperor's Spears. Do you mean
Emperor's Spears? No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love ADB. I love his stuff. I want to do my own thing. I don't want to just follow what other people are doing, and the Emperor's Spears is very cool. I've listened to God knows how many interviews that have been talking about them and why, but I just went, you know what, I like my own thing, so did that. And then when the original Apocalypse came out, which must be
was that last year when the Apocalypse started? Yeah, in March of 2020.
More like the 15 years ago, I think it is.
Oh, you're talking about the game, not the current apocalypse that's going on.
Oh yeah.
That was too easy. That was too easy. Because you were like the first apocalypse, because this is the second, and like let's hope there's not a third.
Oh god.
Oh man.
I don't think I could face another one. No.
But if you
Happy
get paid
things.
6 months out of the year, then you're fine. Then you're fine.
Well, yeah, it's not down here. They worked out how I can work from home now, so
Oh, that's
I'm not
pretty
getting
good.
paid to go around.
Start building the sieves at home,
Yeah, well, designing them and
welding them together.
training people and stuff like that. So
I like that. But sorry. Back the first apocalypse, yeah. That I
yeah,
don't know when that came out. If I'm honest with you.
something like 15 years ago, because it must have been because I was at uni at the time, which makes me feel old saying that.
I like that. I like
and
that.
they brought out like the full Lehman Russ company in a box. So 10 Lehman Russes. It's like I've always wanted to do guard. I'm going to throw a lot of money at this anyway. Why not? Yeah, full Lehman Russ company. Beyblade as well? Yeah, why not? And yeah, so started doing guard with that, and then later that year after, I'm not sure I ever finished painting the Lehman Russes, but I'm more or less there. Started doing orcs. I wanted to do everything mounted in death copters and war copters.
Yeah, we've got a lot of orcs in chat, I think, if I'm right.
Yeah.
I think. Also, Ranger Creek says, Jesus, 10 Lehman Russ. Like, 10 of them. Oh my God. I mean,
15 now.
I'm not going to lie to you. Apocalypse is my favorite game type out of everything. Apocalypse is my favorite. That's because I get to bring up my Reaver Titans. But, you know, for many other reasons. But, by the way, before we continue, Nate has just asked, Nate the Chill Valhalla just like, who is their Primarch?
Is there Primarch? Oh,
Yeah.
the Brotherhood of Fire.
Yeah, the Brotherhood of Fire.
They are Imperial successors.
Their pun?
Yeah, no.
Thank you so much for coming to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A. That's all we have time for. Let me just... Oh, is that the time?
I like laying sieges.
All right.
So it's Iron Warrior style, but loyal.
Yeah. Iron Warrior style, but loyal. So, like, loyal Iron Warriors. Whoa, I just threw a pencil. Loyal Iron Warriors.
I love blowing stuff up, and they love fire. So it's like, I made a hole in your bunker. Here's all of the flamers.
I love that. Like, Nate is just, like, laughing his ass off, and then Pinkthorn was like, them's fighting words. We've had a Redeem Hydrate from Zug, the mighty Zug.
Hail Hydrates.
Hail Hydrate, I'm not gonna lie, I've been so busy today. We have an at Matt Carr. We have an at from you. Gummy says that bear with me because something insane has just happened. Dude, Zug has just gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the channel. Zug, my guy, thank you so much. I hope everyone enjoys their tier 1 sub. Honestly, dude, I can't thank you enough. Zug, seriously. Zug, goddammit! He's a wholesome ass dude. I love him, honestly. Holy crap. Everyone who has just received a sub, throw up your shovels in chat. Get those shovels going. Throw them up. That's absolutely legendary. Thank you so much. Merlin, Iron Warriors are loyal to the Iron Warriors. That's true. That's true. That is so true.
Fair point. They just want loyal to breaking sieges, breaking fortresses and stuff. Don't care whose.
Yeah, exactly. As long as they're not other Iron Warriors, you're fine. Apparently, Gumi says the hobby corner is looking good.
Yeah, that's a nickname for my sister. Gummy.
Ah.
Yeah, as in Gummy Bear.
As in Gummy Bear. Oh, that's nice. But
so, thank you, Gummy.
But genuinely, Zug, paying it forward to the community, I cannot thank you enough, dude. Thank you so much. Pinkthorn, so basically that shot from the stars is Saving Private Ryan. Oh, that shot from the start is from Saving Private Ryan. Ha ha ha, funny. I like that. Yeah, look at that. Everyone's got shovels. Got shovels up in chat. Ooh. Look at that. Squirrel just got one. I think it's Squirrel. Yeah, Squirrel. I'm not sure how to say your brother-in-law's username.
Yeah, Burley. Yeah.
I'm so bad with usernames. Iron Warriors are loyal to being absolute monsters. Yeah, absolutely. But genuinely, thank you again, Zug, for the wonderful gifted subs. It genuinely means a lot, my dude. So back to Apocalypse. Let's go.
Yeah. I used to, especially that first edition where things didn't get too crazy. But built based off the rules and kind of the image in that first Apocalypse rulebook. I actually built my own Warlord Titan out of cardboard and PVC pipe and insulation foam and all sorts. And I got the scale slightly wrong. So if you look at the modern one now, it's probably kind of this big-ish.
Yeah, something like that now, yeah.
Mine's like half as big again. So it's definitely Emperor class, Imperator class area. So I've kind of disassembled it and I've started, must be 6-7 years ago, started building it up with the full-on cathedral on the shoulders.
Oh, yes.
And then I moved into a place where there was not room for me to build it up. So it's still sitting in my parents' loft somewhere, hopefully.
Hopefully it's still there, not being used for kindling. I really hope.
Yeah,
really hope
well, they do have a fire pit and a log store in the back garden, so it might well have been by now. I love the fact that I spent more on glue and paint building that thing than I did on all of the materials.
Oh, the materials actually building it.
Yeah.
I like that. And so you're saying you were saying about like Apocalypse and stuff. And you had what a whole battalion of Lehman Russes.
Yeah.
How many armies in total do you run then? Do you like if you were to play Apocalypse, do you run all your armies, or in general, how many armies do you have like at your disposal?
Let's see. Space Marines, Guard, Orcs, Imperial Knights. Just started Sisters of Battle.
Oh wow! The fact that you have to count and think about it—that's
I think that those are the kind of the main five. Started a Vampire Council force way back in the when, but I never really got very far because even like the individual skeletons, I started converting them and making them unique. And oh my god, you've got more.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was happy for you to keep talking, but suddenly out of nowhere, Lucky Hero just gifted 321 subs to the channel and was just like, oh my god, just thought I'd help you hit that sub goal. It's just like I put a sub goal up at the top because I realized it was a default thing that was in OBS, and I was like, oh, I'll put up a sub goal. It was just like 50, and now it's just like boom, I'm at 49, and it's like let's go. honestly, thank you so much to not only Zug but Lucky Hero for all the gifted subs tonight. I really, really appreciate it. Genuinely, this is madness. Oh, would you look at that as well? Nerd Princess has been gifted. Nerd Princess has been gifted a tier 1 sub to the iWarrior Cosplay channel. I'm going to have to DM her later and just be like, hey, you're a sub now. Like, in my channel. I absolutely love that. iWarrior Cosplay. Too many more and you'll have to get dinner when I come visit. Absolutely. It's going to get to that point now. Absolutely. Seriously, thank you so much. Everyone who has just received a brand new sub, if you're in the chat currently, please throw up your shovels. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Sorry for the interruptions, but I genuinely cannot get over how amazing everyone is being tonight. And I genuinely, it absolutely means a lot to me. And I get really, I rambly and speechless when amazing things like this happen. So I genuinely appreciate that. Okay. Full Power Creation gifting a tier 1 sub to the iWarrior Cosplay community. It's their first gifted sub to the channel. You absolute legend. Honestly, we have reached the sub goal! The sub goal is reached! We're at 50 subs.
I'll drink to that.
Do you know what? Let's all drink to that. Thank you to everyone. If you've got a drink in chat, not your paint water. Watch out, anyone who's painting, not your paint water. Thank you so much, and cheers, honestly, cheers to everyone who's just gifted all of these subs. I genuinely cannot thank you enough, honestly. For like, I've just started. I mean, I hope you don't mind. I'm going a little bit of a sidetrack here right now, but it's honestly, it's. I started this channel thinking, oh, that would be really cool, if I could make this, something that I could do all the time and like sort of. Work on my cosplay and do streaming at the same time. And in every time I get gifted subs, every time you guys subscribe or you donate bits or you donate to the channel, seeing all that come in and seeing the support that I'm getting, it genuinely means a lot, and it makes it more real. It makes this more of a reality for me. So I'm hoping that I can keep doing this and just keep giving you guys content and stuff. And speaking of, I am going to use this moment as well to let you guys know that at the end of this stream, we're going to be going to be right back, and then I will be coming back very shortly for a big announcement that is happening soon. And I've already spoken to the wonderful WhitWyvon Designs about that, and he knows what's happening. So it's not just going to be a big shock to him when I'm just going to be right back. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, Full Power Creations, achievement unlocked. Thank you so much. Honestly, you guys have been fantastic, genuinely. So, again, thank you so much to everyone. And yeah, we were saying you were counting your armies. You were currently up to 6.
Yeah, 5 40k. One for well, I've not played Age of Sigmar at all, but just because I've not had an opportunity to. And arguably I've literally just started a new game called Burrows and Badgers, which is kind of, Disney's Robin Hood, all the animals, thing. It's that plus magic. So
what? I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's relatively new, so I don't know whether you can see this one or whether he's blurry or not.
If you put your hand behind it, it might try and focus on it a bit more.
We've got a little squirrel archer there.
That is a squirrel with a bow and arrow. That is...
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's...
And from a company
He's got a little quill on his back!
Yeah.
Quiver, sorry, not quill. Quiver, sorry.
Finished him 2 days ago, I think.
Oh, dude, that looks so cool. Pinkthorn, squirrel! In chat, just like, squirrel!
Yeah.
Diabolical Props has a question for you. Have to say, your workspace is positively gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Well, most of it's IKEA, which is nice and easy and just don't have to worry about it.
I like the LEDs.
Yes. 2 strips of 10mm by 2mm aluminium from Wix, cheap LEDs from Amazon, and then some colourful LEDs on the top so I can change the colours and stuff. Not that I ever change the colour when I'm actually painting, because you won't be able to see what the hell you're doing.
You probably just have them as white and then like run it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I do have to say this though, Dexterous Wombat, the squirrel isn't a painted Thunderhawk. By any chance, is there an unpainted Thunderhawk anywhere about?
There is lots of pieces of an unpainted Thunderhawk behind me.
Are you currently moving bits so we can see your pile of shame?
No. So you can see some. But I mean, this. Oh god.
Oh, hello.
This is the base for the Thunderhawk.
Oh wow. Oh holy crap. Oh holy crap. Please tell me those aren't real like bits of wood or stone.
They are real chunks of slate.
They are real chunks of slate.
Yeah.
How heavy are we talking is that base currently?
It's about 2.5 kilos, I think.
That's madness.
But it needs that much weight because that's how much the Thunderhawk weighs, more or less. And if that's balancing on the top of this stick here, it kind of needs a bit of stability. Also,
I want to see that thing fielded on that base.
Yeah, me too. I've only had it for like 4 and a bit years now.
Only 4 and a bit years. Dexterous Wombat. He's only had it 4 and a bit years.
Oh, he knows. That's one of my mates from Leicester.
Is that how he knew about the Thunderhawk? Because I thought he might have seen it in the background, because obviously you're a bit smaller on my screen than most. I love that. Ranger of Krieg laughs in MDF and foam lightweight terrain. Yeah, because obviously for those of you who don't know, the wonderful Ranger of Krieg cosplay actually makes terrain and trenches and stuff. He recently made some battlements for the Iron Warriors, I might say. Which is pretty sick. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, it is B Cosplay. Good morning from, honestly, Down Under has probably just woken up right now. Absolute legend. The man from Down Under, the cosplayer from Australia, B Cosplay himself. Terry, welcome to the chat, my dude. Back to, 6 so far, or 7, I believe.
Yeah, 7, because you just started the others, and that's more warbandy skirmish size for Burrows. Yeah. So you don't have a whole army, you just have up to 12 miniatures. Then what? 1, 2, 3 Blood Bowl teams at the moment.
What teams
My
you running? What teams you running in the Blood Bowl?
I have dwarves that I have played forever. We've had a league, an ongoing league with my mates up in Leicester, and we've ran it for 4, 5 years now, I think. And my dwarves are the only team that have been around in every league, continuously evolving. Until the last league, I even had a single player who'd been in every league and had never died. And then he got injured and really needed to retire because he was worth something like 250,000 gold pieces. And
Oh wow!
fantastic slayer, but he was just the target for everyone because he just never died and just kept getting skills and just kept getting more and more expensive.
That's pretty cool though. Like holy crap!
Yeah, and then I've got the two from the new edition as well. So I've got to finish building and painting them at some point.
So
started.
You would say so? If I could be so bold and ask, then has Warhammer something that you'd say has like had a huge effect on your life? Like, is it?
Yeah, I'd say like probably most of my friends that I have now as an adult, the vast majority of them I know through Warhammer over the years. Even like the guys I lived with at uni, we kind of got a house together because we had a mutual interest in Warhammer, and we would regularly play apocalypse games. Where like we went into one of the guys' bedrooms, stripped all of the furniture out, and just used the entire floor between our collections, and just it would literally be he would sleep on the sofa for a weekend, and we would just play one massive game. And then we also did one
like a mini apocalypse.
Yeah, and we did one where we did the paintball club, of which I was the president at the time, versus the gaming society. And the paintball club fielded 3 players. The gaming society had about 10, and we had the paintball club with 3 players had a slight numbers advantage in terms of how many points we actually had on the table, because between the 3 of us we just had so much stuff. And that was setting up at 7 a.m. and we had to be out of the room at 11, and we were still finishing packing up at midnight. And that was playing quickly.
You know what? You've properly hit me there in terms of that, because when we would do our yearly apocalypse game before the real apocalypse. Oh, also thank you so much to Barnes Emma. I hope that's right. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much, Barnes. I'm just going to Emma. So it's EMMA at the end, so Emma. Thank you so much for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. But you've triggered something in my head, because when we had our apocalypse games, we would rent the hall. Squirrely1. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. We would rent the hall down in our village, which has just been renovated as my old primary school.
Oh, nice.
And it's now the village hall, and they've redone it all up. And we would go down there and we would rent it for a weekend. But I used to do the IT for them, so I would get it much cheaper. And like sometimes I get like an extra day added on, just like have an extra day. No one's using it for that day. Have an extra day. We'd do it on like a weekend or something, and it was like bring all your stuff on Friday. It was like, okay, so everyone come down Friday.
Yeah.
Get the tables out. Get all the terrain out. We would like roll off and like randomize where the terrain goes, or we would just like give like 4 pieces each and then go around and put them on the table or whatever.
Yeah.
And we would set up and get everything ready. And once that was all set up and ready, we would go back. We would lock up and go back to my place, because then the next day we would start. And it was Saturday, Sunday. We would do the game. One turn, if I remember right. I think if I'm right, one turn took 2.5 to almost 3 hours for a single turn.
Yeah.
And there were 6 of us playing.
Nice.
So we would stay down there. We would keep playing until like 3 a.m. We would sleep then down in the hall. We would all go to sleep. We'd all have camping beds and stuff. We would sleep in the hall. And then when we would wake up the next day, we'd all have coffee and stuff. We'd be hungover. And then someone would just go over to the table, pick up their dice and goes, look at the list and be like, okay, so we ended on my turn, so it's your turn.
Yeah.
Roll the dice. So we'd roll dice, and we'd all be like hungover, tired, like hungry, like trying to. And then halfway through the day, we'd all be like energized, and we'd be like playing again, and then like by the second day, the Titans come out, and it's like 3 Reaver Titans and just like Imperial Knights, and like all the heavy units come out, and it's just the whole table would be a mess of models, and it was just amazing.
Right.
It's just, God, you made me think about that now, and I really wish we could do that again, but this COVID.
You've got to have people with the right mindset for Apocalypse, because you get
Absolutely.
like too many of like the big store games where you just got a lot of people and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't really call that Apocalypse, because you've got people getting distracted and things. Your model's getting shot. Oh yeah, just take. No. Pay attention, roll dice, enjoy it, interact with the other people.
Exactly.
And you can have an amazing time doing that. Or you can let it bog down and get distracted, and everything takes 4 times longer, and you get bored, and it's just like you're just shoveling models on and off the table. It's like, if you don't take part, if you don't actively participate when it's not your turn, yeah, I can see why it gets boring. And if you just take some of like the old Chaos stuff, was just like you mixed it together and it became impossibly good and broken. It's like, if you're doing that to try and win the game, you're kind of missing the point of Apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring big stuff, but make sure the other person's having fun at the same time.
Because the thing is, it was 6 of us, you see, but it's 3 on their team and 3 on our team, because we'd have teams. Yeah. But we'd have to keep some. Like, for example, I had to keep a lot of my Chaos Spacer and stuff away from the Tau, because then we would end up having a bit of a disagreement. But it got to that point where when the Reavers came on with back then it was D weapons, like D damage and stuff, and like you look in the book and the building would get like take a hit. If there were people on top of the building and the building got destroyed, we would take the building off, and we had craters, those plastic craters. Yeah. And we'd put the craters on the thing, and then put the models in, and then you'd have to scatter and do saves and stuff. Yeah. I would just go 3 Reaver Titans, destroy that big building and that big building and that big building, and then now I have a line of sight, so let's just go with the next Gatling gun, and then the next Gatling gun, and then the missile launcher, and then the plasma cannon, and then just so you could just decimate the other team. Like,
well, speaking of strength D, like the first time I used my Warlord Titan, I took it to War of the Walkers. It was one of these like big Games Workshop celebrating, bring all your Dreadnought, bring all that. And I just rang up the store and said, I've got a cardboard Warlord Titan. It could overpower the game slightly. I think it was around the time the Stomper was fixed, the plastic kit. And the manager said, no, bring it. We don't care. We'll theme the game around that.
Yeah. Exactly.
I brought it in. It was much bigger than he was expecting. Right. Yeah. And I put it on the edge of the table, and he said, no, that's going to fall off. I don't want... Just move it into the middle just so it doesn't fall off. I was like, okay, right, fair enough. It's kind of massively overpowered doing that, but fine. So we had hundreds of Dreadnoughts everywhere, 1 or 2 Stompers, Cornbrass Scorpion, and then just this monstrous thing in the middle of the table.
Cathedral in the middle of the table.
Yeah. And because there were so many people playing, we had to reduce the no man's land in the middle, so it was literally just 9 inches apart.
Oh, dude.
And turn 1, the only Orc Stomper that had been built and painted in the store by that point charged the Warlord Titan, rolled really, really, really well, and took off all of its hull points, everything in one attack. And just kept rolling, exploding systems. Like, this could go badly because, it explodes, and it explodes with the strength D. So that could take off everything in the middle of the table. Let's see. Roll 66 inches. 34 out of a possible 36-inch explosion measured from the edge of the base.
That's brutal.
It literally, the entire table and the exploding B strength D blew up everything else. So it's literally got turn 1, charge, attack, boom, everyone is dead. Shall we restart?
Restart the game? I drove my Baneblade into the middle once when it was about to die. I just charged my Baneblade in and just let it explode. By the way, thank you so much to Lynette Cosplay and Diabolical Props for the hosts. Thank you so much. That's absolutely awesome. Let's have a look at chat super quick. We've had a bunch of people message in chat. Your workshop looks clean. Thank you, B Cosplay. I've been trying. I've moved the bandsaw and stuff. I've been trying to sort some bits out. I've been slowly doing it. That side isn't as clean, but it's getting there. There's also a tractor in the middle, so I'm trying to clean that as well.
That's not bad.
The plasma repeaters are cool as well. Oh, also, hope everyone likes the chain shields. Yes, we'll be talking about them shortly. We'll be talking about them. Also, casual props. I'm so blind. I just spotted the merch now. Yeah, check it out. Matt's got some of the I Wear Cosplay merch, my dude. Yeah, one of quite a few rare people who bought the white T-shirt.
Oh, I bought both.
You bought black as well, but I like because you didn't have it like on. I was just like I wanted to be sure, but like the fact that you bought a white one, I was like, it's pretty good. I didn't don't get me wrong. I didn't get many of the white ones done, but the fact that they are like quite popular made me very happy. But it was really funny the amount of people like, oh, do you not have it in that size in black? I'm like, no, but I have it in white, and they're like, oh, I'll have it in white. I'm like, hey, like that'll do. Thank you, Merlin, for the hydrate. Hail hydrate.
Oh yeah, hail hydrate.
Honestly, I love that. I love that. So wild, nobody wins. Yeah, exactly. Titan explodes. So wild, nobody wins. But bye.
Well,
Did you use the template? You know the pizza template. Because I have that blue multi-piece template you have to put together, and I put it on top of my my Beyblade, and then we rolled for where it went. We just picked it up and moved it, and it was like, ooh, that's just gone over like half your squad. I do apologize.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I still have the original, like the giant green ones as well.
The green
and
ones.
I ended up breaking the giant flamer one, the Hellstrom template, which was like I love flamer thing, so that was kind of my favourite, and I ended up using it as a base for Aeronautica Imperialis, the original version, for kind of like a display squadron for a painting competition. But yeah, I've still got the rest of them somewhere. They're all stored away safely.
I like that. Mr. Titan 40k, thank you so much for the host, my dude. Thank you so much.
I understand why they got rid of templates, but I do like them.
Do you know? That's literally the next thing I was about to say was like, how gutted are you? Because I have the template still, and I'm not gonna lie, I miss using the templates. That giant template was amazing.
I like them so much. I've got one of them permanently attached to my.
That's the way. I like your desk. I do like the desk. We were saying just now, obviously in the chat, that that's. I like that. That's pretty cool. You got
I didn't get to mention when we were talking about.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've got this lovely bunting at the back, which is all made from some of the old codexes and old rule books. That when we're moving into this flat, we decided probably needed to disappear slightly. And so my wonderful girlfriend decided she liked a lot of the artwork and thought, rather than just throwing it all away, she was going to cut it all up and make this wonderful bunting for me out of like some of my favourite pieces from them.
That's
so
pretty
it's a really
badass.
nice way of using them. And I'm not just saying that because she's now sat on the other side of the camera.
Just wait for a sandal. I'm just going to wait for a sandal to come out of nowhere and just hit you in the face.
Then I might not show off her little mouse from Burrows and Badgers.
I'm not gonna lie, that was adorable. I'm gonna look that up because I love the look of that little model with the
miniatures. So this is her little mouse.
Oh look!
Little scribe.
Because because like Space Marines, like with their eyes and detail and stuff, aren't hard enough to paint already. Let's make even smaller models.
Yeah.
And just.
We
have some news as well. Mr. Titan says, to my understanding, they are bringing templates back into the game.
Ooh, cool.
That's interesting. The Chaos Sculptor shoe is ready to be cast. Mouse Scribe, yes, indeed, absolutely.
Oh yeah, he's a lovely little character, and I say the first proper miniature that my partner's painted as well, and she's done an absolutely fantastic job. Really. And the Oathsworn, the Burrows and Badgers community are possibly the friendliest Facebook group. They're absolutely 100% supportive of everything. They're really nice people. And the creators are like actively involved as well. So if you've got that,
so you can just talk to the actual creators if you need.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's kind of more as I say, it's kind of squadron, not even squadron, like kind of skirmish level kind of stuff. But the miniatures are just so full of detail. Interesting game, and yeah, they're just fascinating kind of alternative history where animals rule, not people. So
I like that. I like that.
very cool.
You told me how many armies you have, but which army specifically has the most points? And if you know which army has the most points, how many points is it? I'm talking. You can go apocalypse
Yeah.
scale. You can go apocalypse scale.
It's is it? It's almost certainly my Space Marines. Last
You know what? I
time,
wasn't expecting that.
yeah, last time I counted them up was several years ago, and I remember it was probably around 15,000 points at that point.
Oof,
But
that's
that said, a lot of it was characters.
yeah,
And a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of vehicles. So like probably of troops, probably less than 2,000. But so a usable army, maybe 3,000-4,000 points worth. But that was pre 8th edition and throw all the formations and everything you want into it. So when it came to Apocalypse, it was way bigger. Say could do what was the unit company of heroes or something like where you had the 5 captains working together. It's like I could do multiple of these and the Librarian Conclave and the no. And again, if you do too many of them, it breaks the game. So it's just like, yeah, I'll just bring these. I'll just leave those ones in the box. It could do another conclave. I don't want to do another conclave. But yeah, so way too many points. I say Imperial Guard's going to be close just because it has a stupid number of tanks and super heavy tanks. Yeah, so that would be it, really. Space Marines. As I say, I've never stopped collecting them for 20 odd years. So they're always going to get the new toys and the.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's good to have like that kind of dedication to the hobby, really, because I mean, I have a small army. I don't think I have like for a standard tabletop, I have a small army, Mechanicus and Scutari, but like Apocalypse, that's a different story. But I don't normally play smaller games. Like for example, I'm happy to admit it as well. Me and the group that I play with, none of us have played 8th edition, and we're on 9th now.
Yeah, I think I played because when 8th came out, we actually did kind of all of my mates up in Leicester, the Leicester's Juggernauts. We did quite a big day of everyone's got their rule book. Okay, we come round, spend half an hour or so reading it, make sure we understand it, and then we're just going to play game after game after game after game after game. And I played like 3 or 4 games in that. Then I've done, I think maybe 2 tournaments, including with my brother-in-law Spurley. Yeah, I think we did 2 tournaments, which is another 6 games, and I think that's my sum total of playing 8th edition.
It's madness, isn't it? Like I've had a few people like, wait, you've not played 8th, and I'm like, well, I've not played 9th either. Like, it's like 7th edition was the last edition I played. Like,
yeah,
and we played a lot of 7th. 7th and
yeah.
we 6th edition and 7th. We played. That's where we had most of our Apocalypse games and stuff. Like for example, I have the huge Apocalypse rulebook. You know, that massive monster of a book. I still have that. Whether we might go down and be like, since none of us have learned like the rules like brand new like 9th edition or even 8th edition, why don't we just do some old school do some old school stuff?
Well, that reminded me. I have another army. I have another Space Marine army because I've got Horus Heresy Dark Angels, which is what the Thunderhawk is being painted up for.
Oh, sweet.
So it's so again that's. Horus Heresy is basically 7th edition with all of the FAQs.
Yeah.
Kind of melded into it, and then rebalanced slightly because it's all Space Marines, or was all Space Marines.
All the Space Marines.
All of the Space Marines.
All of them.
So yeah, that's a fun game, but I don't think I've actually ever played a game with Heresy. I really want to. Every time I've used my Dark Angels, I've used them as in 40k. Which is a real shame because
a little bit. I was just thinking that, like.
But oh well. But yeah, if everyone's playing 7th anyway, it's the same rule set. So,
well, yeah, exactly. But eventually, when all this is over, we can get 9th edition going, and just. We do have 2 questions for you from the chat.
Ooh.
Diabolical Props. As a person who has only just begun to discover Warhammer and the universe of massive wargaming, what got you into it, and where would you say a noob should go to learn more?
Okay.
That is actually a fantastic question, by the way,
That is a
Diabolical
really
Props.
good
Thank you
question.
so much.
So, what got me into it is when I was 9.5, something like that. My mum took me over to her uncle's house for an afternoon. Got to meet up with her cousin and her cousin's son, and her cousin had some Dark Angels. There would be end of second ed, beginning of third ed.
Yeah.
40k.
That's
and
pretty far back.
Yeah, he just let me and his son just play with them on the floor, just as 9-year-olds do. Don't know any rules, don't have any dice, just driving them along, pew pew pew, yeah, you kill me, all of that. And
I love that. Pew pew pew, you get that.
Yeah. But he also lent us his codex, and we're just looking through at the artwork and stuff like that, and it had a picture of a Thunderhawk in there, or it might be the rule book that had a picture of a Thunderhawk in it. And I just fixated on that. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. And then we were walking through Leicester, and it's like, oh, there's the Warhammer shop, or Games Workshop as it was back then. It's like, go in and have a look. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, I just from that moment, just blown away with it. Absolutely fell in love with it.
Instantly got addicted to plastic crack or metal crack back then.
Yeah, well, some plastic. And and it was just like, from then, it was like, okay, saving up all my pocket money, and then birthday and Christmas come round, and get all my money for that, because it's all quite expensive, so I can't just.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, 4 birthdays, 9 Christmases, and I could buy this one starter box. Thanks, GW. No, I'm joking.
I mean, back then, the starter box was 50 quid, and you got the full size rule book in it, which was 25 in of itself, and a full set of Marines, and a full set of Dark Eldar, and all the dice, all the templates, and it was actually a good deal. And it's like, saved up all my money, and then just after New Year's, after Christmas, into the shop, bought a handful of paints. My mum bought me a bit of extra glue, so I could actually stick it together.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you can actually build them.
Yeah. And yeah, have just been doing it ever since. So that's how I got into it. And yeah, I think I'm pretty deep down the rabbit hole. As for a newbie, where to start?
Yeah, as a newbie, where should I go to learn more?
Learn more. I mean, the rule book's actually pretty good. The main rule book, because there's just actually a fair decent chunk of lore in there, and an idea, and the fact that it's such a big galaxy, if you don't like what's there, you can go your own way with it, and you can do your own Space Marines, your own Imperial Guard. You can paint a purple orc. Not that anyone's ever seen any of those.
Yeah, like people say there are purple orcs, but I've never seen any either.
Yeah,
never seen any.
So there's so
for anyone, I'm just trying to figure out if there's anyone in chat who doesn't get that joke, but I don't think there's anyone in chat who actually doesn't get that joke. I think everyone actually does get it, which is quite nice. It's quite nice to have an entire chat of people be like, oh yeah.
Yes, I get that. I think. Yeah. So, but I would also say, don't stick just with 40k or Fantasy or Games Workshop, because there's so many other games. My mates up in Leicester, the Juggernauts, are massively into bolt action, which is kind of World War II, Saving Private Ryan, the board game, basically.
Saving Private Ryan, the board game. No!
And yeah, I mean, they produce a podcast as well about the competitive side of bolt action gaming and gaming in general. Yeah, and as I say, Burrows and Badgers, just so many communities out there. Go along to find your local club, obviously once it's COVID safe and everything.
Absolutely.
Speak to people and say, oh, what are you playing? Can you give me an intro game? And if you are giving people an intro game, don't just trounce them. there's a number of games that people have given me an intro for, and I just came away thinking, I don't get it. I don't know what
Yeah.
I was doing. I've just been wiped off the table. I won't give it. I'll maybe give it another try another time. But yeah, give people an opportunity to feel epic when they, take to the table and make mistakes on purpose so that they can do well.
Yeah,
Obviously
yeah,
not
yeah.
like,
Exactly.
so that's always a good way to do it on that side. But yeah, just try games, roll dice, have fun. Don't expect to win. Don't even necessarily play a full game. Just make sure you understand kind of the mechanics of what's going on. Don't drag it out because you feel you've got to get to the end of the mission. Just
Yeah.
go, okay, well, yeah, we're done with that. Do you want to try this as well? Yeah, okay. I love board games. I love tabletop games as well, not just wargaming type things. And yeah, just if you get an opportunity to get around a table and just get people excited about playing, and yeah, then they want to come back again. Whereas if you just play Monopoly or Ludo or whatever, just drag it out. Like, no, well, we've started, so we're going to finish this game. You just put people off.
Yeah. Sort of like forcing them to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's much better to just, do you want to do this? Do you want to have a go? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, this is what we're doing. You're not enjoying it. Shall we try something else? Yeah, cool.
I like that. That's pretty much the way to go about it. I think that's pretty much I'd say that's the best way to go about it, at least.
Yeah.
If anything,
my girlfriend and a lot of her family have started describing me as a games wizard, just because
you've got the beard. You're getting there. You need the hat. You need the hat next, and then you'll have.
Might have one somewhere.
See, and then a long pipe, and then grey robes, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Back when we were referring to we've never seen any purple orcs, and I said I think most of the people in chat get it, or everyone even. Diabolical Prop says I don't get it, and B Cosplay like not me, nope, I don't get it. Would you like to explain to them while I start your next question why they we haven't or they haven't seen any purple orcs about?
Oh, you can't see purple orcs. They're invisible.
They are. Yeah. They're just not there.
I was so tempted to just say no.
They're sneaky. You could just say no. They're sneaky. Well, if I'm right, the color scheme goes purple is sneaky because because you can't see purple orcs. Then you've got red is fastest.
Yeah.
Yellow is toughest.
Yeah, I think so.
Is yellow toughest?
Yeah.
And then blue is. Say again.
Blue is cunning.
Oh yeah. Blue is cunning, like a clever orc.
Yeah.
And then
black is just goth.
Yeah, black is goth. And then checkered is you can't make your mind up. I like that. Blue luck, red fast. I like that. I like Mr. Titan. Blue luck, red fast.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I love that. I mean, let's face it. Have you ever seen a purple orc? No, you're right. I've never seen a purple orc, so I get that. I get that. Oh, someone should take a picture of their table and like a paintbrush and a pot of purple, and just be like, painted my new orc. I just painted my orc army purple, like a purple orc. So.
They've got to have a set of fully tufted grass.
Oh yeah. Like all just the bases, and then the orcs just not be there. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So I think someone while it was still Games Day, someone entered Frodo wearing the ring, and it was just a nicely painted base.
Did they? I hope they got some sort of award for that intelligence.
I think they got into White Dwarf. I don't think they actually got an award.
I think they must have. I hope so. Anyway, we have more questions for you from the chat. Right? Mr. Titan 40K, I Warrior Cosplay and guest. I Warrior Cosplay and guest. I like that. What is the rarest model you have in your collection?
I think for me, it's almost certainly the Thunderhawk. Made even rarer because I've replaced half the parts with bits I've designed in myself.
I like that. Just replace your own, use your own parts and everything.
If I can actually.
Yeah, go for it. The thing is, you say rarest. I'm trying to think whether it's a model that not many people have, or it's like a model you don't see often. I'm trying to think whether that's. Just to confirm, Mr. Tyne, is it like, models that you don't see very often in terms of rarity, or like rare as in like you barely see any of them ever, like ever? Because I might have an answer for this, and it's going to be quite a funny one too.
If that's the case for me, it's either the Skulls promotion metal Space Marine, which they only produced a few.
They didn't produce many of those, did they? Yeah.
Or possibly my Forge World Minotaur, which is the super heavy tank that's got 2 basilisk shaking.
That's such a nice model. That's such a nice model. What did you go and get there for us? You've got it there.
So I've got the turbo laser. I'm not sure how off the.
No, that looks fine there. Yeah, if you just hold. Yeah, that's a hell of a turbo laser.
Magnetize it off, and there's no battle cannon for it anymore, so I've made my own battle cannon.
That's sick, dude.
Would be nicer if it was actually painted up and you could see what was going on properly.
Yeah, but magnetized though, I love that. Oh, Mr. Titan said both. Okay, fair enough, both. Me then, I have. Well, a lot of people have Imperial Knights, but I haven't seen many people with Reaver Titans, not personally anyway, or actually met them with them. So I would say I have 3 full-scale Reaver Titans is what I have. That would be my. I do have 4 Imperial Knights, but Imperial Knights are they're everywhere now. Imperial Knights are quite popular and they're pretty much everywhere. But in terms of Reaver Titans, I've not seen many in terms of that. So I'm going to say my Reaver Titans, and I have 3 of them.
One Imperial Knight that I'm working on at the moment. I've got a box with 3 more down there.
A box with 3 more down there. Loving it. So you can have 4?
4 plus 2 Armigers, plus I've got a box up here with the Castellan in it.
Nice.
And then I've got one of the Forge World. The one with the shield and the big lance.
Oh, the lancer, yeah. I forgot what they're called off the top of my head. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, I've been looking at them and I kind of like the way they look, but I don't know, they just... I can't justify the cost.
Yeah, it's a big chunk. Especially when they're going to stand there next to the Reaver and you're just going to go, oh, it feels like inadequate now.
Yeah, it's like well, you built and painted me, but, I love that.
Yeah, they're only just a little bit shorter than a Warhound, so they're not small bits of kit, but they're also incredibly posable as well. More so than the Battle Knight.
So like your knight just there right now, that looked sick. That looked really awesome.
Yeah, I can't leave well enough alone, so it's just got to be like jumping off a building, stamping down. And,
look at that. Please tell me you're going to put an Imperial Fist underneath, like no.
I haven't decided, but it's going to be something along those lines. Lots of rubble, obviously.
Oh,
and then 3D printed sword that I designed myself with the eagle head, aquila head on it.
That looks
and then
nice.
The more of the bits that I've just got from Shapeways and
Shrivel, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry that you've arrived late. We're still going. So, speaking of, by the way, the fact that you 3D printed and made a bunch of those yourself, I do have questions in the chat that I will get to, but I've been meaning to... Actually, do you know what, actually? We'll go to the questions and then I'll ask you about this, because there's so much to talk about. Nate the Chill Valhallan, right? Nate the Chill Valhallan. Question. If money was no object... I'm not going to lie, speaking of, like, telling us how many, like, Lehman Russ and stuff he has, I think money is no object, but if money was no object, right, what army would you build? Like a full-scale army. Like, what army would you go for?
I mean, money no object, I would get a full suit, a full army of, like, full real-size Space Marines, like your cosplay, and just do that and just get a load of people say, you're going to come and be a Space Marine for a day. You're going to come and be a Chaos Space Marine for a day, or an Orc or something, and just go, right, we're playing a battle over these 3 fields.
Hey, wait, hold up, we're being raided! Hey! Mashashi, hello! I'm awful at your name, I'm terrible at it, but I really appreciate the raid. Hello, raiders, welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A. This is the Q&A session that I'm doing, and... We are doing a live stream right now with the wonderful WhitWyvon Designs. It's a Q&A about basically his Warhammer journey, from going from like when he started playing with the models to his enormous vast number of armies right now. I genuinely, well, long ad here, here now. Sorry about that. I really, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the ads can be a bit of a pain. Hello, thank you so much for the raid. Genuinely, thank you so much. You raided with a party of 7. That's absolutely awesome. Composite Games, thank you so much for the follow. This is wonderful. Thank you, genuinely, everyone, for coming in. Again, I'm Iron Warrior Cosplay. This is WhitWyvon Designs, the wonderful Matt, and we are talking about his journey and life into the Warhammer world of the wonderful world of models and plastic crack addiction, or worse off, resin crack addiction when you go to Forge World. But honestly, welcome, and Mashashi, thank you. I'm butchering your name again. I do apologize. Thank you so much. I love you to bits. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Matt Callow. Matt Callow? I'm not sure who that is. Has redeemed a hydrate. Hey, Matt, with the same name, would you like to hydrate? Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, of course. I'm not gonna lie. Occasionally, I'll just sip out of it if there's no hydrate, and I'm just like, I'm thirsty. So I have that. But genuinely, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Stick around. We have an announcement at the end of the stream. So if you guys want to join in on that, stay, and we'll let you guys know after the Be Right Back. So really appreciate it. I even got sent it on my my mod chat here. It's like, Matt Callow redeemed hydrate. It's like, yeah. Also, if you cosplay and you know it, clap your hands. I absolutely. Diabolical props. Iron Warrior Cosplay. Is it canon that all purple orcs look like John Cena? I wouldn't know. I've not seen John Cena. I have not seen him at all, ever. But genuinely, thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome, raiders. I really hope you enjoyed the stream. So, to the question that I've been meaning to ask you for some time, because obviously I have posted it to my cosplay page some time ago. I just haven't gotten around to actually doing it yet, with life being life. You designed and modeled and made your own really awesome chain shield.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. So way back when, I started designing something that Dexterous Wombat mentioned earlier, some plasma repeaters.
Yeah.
So they were a weapon that Games Workshop had given to Dark Angels in their kind of semi-update to give them some rules that made them unique. Back when Horus Heresy, almost all the other Space Marines, all the other legions had rules, but Dark Angels didn't. We're the first. Yeah. Why are we not giving them? So they just gave us kind of like a mini kind of page and a half of, yeah, there you go, that'll do. And I just like the idea of them. They're basically kind of plasma shotguns. So I was like, I'll design them and see if I can print them. And I can't print them at the office 3D printer, which is just kind of a Ultimaker 2. It's a decent printer. It's still going. It's actually in my living room at the moment. But I couldn't get the details. So it's like, well, okay, Shapeways is a service. See, upload it, print it. Oh, they're nice. Oh, I could sell these. I'm not expecting to make money out of them or anything like that. So just like put them up there, do them in sets of 1 or 5 or 10 or whatever, and just see what they do. And it's like, okay, well, people seem to like this. Brilliant. Selling them every now and again, not making huge amounts of money off it or anything, but yeah, they were selling. I was like going round, and my boss lets me use the design software that we have. So pretty much anything we want to, as long as it's not getting in the way of work. Same with like the 3D printer, we can use it for personal projects, as long as it's not actually stopping us actually doing work stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was basically using like designing 40k bits and pieces as kind of modeling practice, I suppose, because it's designing the giant civs. Yeah, there's only so much design work you can do there.
There's only so much you can do with a giant civ.
Yeah. But doing the practice when you do need to do it for an actual project that you're being paid for,
yeah,
you can do it quicker. You can do it more in fewer steps, and it can be less processing power and all So I started doing that, and then I came across a bit of artwork that was shared. I cannot remember which website it was shared on, but I've seen it shared on most of the other ones since. Where with a Space Marine looking really shiny armor with a chain shield. It's like, oh, I want one. Wait, I designed stuff. I can have one. And he's just like, oh, yeah, cool. So started immediately. There's some bits of the design I tweaked and stuff. There's so many people who design stuff, design models. It's like they make chainsaws where the teeth are like 3 times longer than the chainsaw is actually wide. So you can actually go around. It's like, I'm an engineer. I could do this for real. I would never be able to lift it, but I could do it for real. Let's actually design something that could physically work. And so I just started playing around with the design and just tweaking it slightly. And I was like, okay, I've got chain shields. These are awesome. These are the most 40k weapon there could be other than a bolt gun.
Yeah, and honestly, when you posted those, like when you were like, "Hey, look, check it out, it's a chain shield," I remember being like, "So yeah, I want one for my Iron Warrior. Can I copy the design?" And you were like, "Just here you go. Here's a flat image of it." And then I did the flat image of it, and then I put it on. I made I've made a laser file for it, which I fully intend on making at some point. But
then you posted that laser file. It's like, I've got to do an Iron Warriors one now.
That's where it happened. You were like, wait, I just saw your thing. You're doing an Iron Warriors one? It's like, yeah, so I'm painting up with hazard stripes and putting the logo on it. And you were like, yeah, I'm just gonna. And then you made. Have you got it with you?
I do. I have one that is. I can just pull my.
Look at it. Look at it. It's so tiny. It's so adorable. It is an Iron Warrior chain shield, and it is stunning. Now, if I'm right in saying you have a website now that people can buy these from.
Yeah, so Shapeways allows you to host a store and put things on. So it's buying through Shapeways. They print it off on demand. And as of today, people can buy these Iron Warrior ones.
That's
either in
legendary.
left-handed versions, right-handed versions, or a mixture of left and right-handed versions, so you can mix and match on your models.
Now, we do have your Shapeways. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Ranger of Krieg has already done it. Facebook, Shapeways, and Twitter. He has posted all of the links there. So they are all there. Casual Prop says webcams have a minimum focus distance. Try not bringing it a little bit back instead.
We've got another one there that's flesh tearers instead, except I paint it like the sea.
If you go back a little bit, it might focus a bit more. If you go back a touch, I can see them better. There you go. I can see them better now. There we go. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer the Iron. Obviously I'm kind of biased, but I prefer the Iron Warrior one. I just do.
But
it's just.
If people are struggling to see these ones.
Oh yes, absolutely. That's what I was going to move on to next. Yes, please show that big one. Yes.
For the action figure, I've also started doing them on this.
Look at it.
So exactly the same thing, but scaled up bigger.
It's so sick. Oh my god, show the back of. Well, yeah, there you go. Check it out. How cool is that? It's like a trigger. It's so cool. It is so cool.
Normally on the back of my models, I mean, I don't think you'll be able to see it on the ones that I've actually painted up, but
so good.
There is like a hand with a trigger, so that all that detail of the cabling and the kind of shape of the trigger mount is also in the model, in the smaller one. But you can buy this from my store as well.
That's
so you can buy the big one if you want.
I think that's the best. I think this is the best line. Ranger of Krieg. The best offense is a good defense. Rev's chain shield.
Yeah, that is literally on my plain chain shields. That is literally part of the description.
That's
the best offense is the best defense. Wait, you put that into the STC, didn't you? Oh.
Imagine a Corn Berserker charging at you with 2 chain shields. Oof.
Yes, I have a Corn one somewhere.
No way! That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Holy crap.
I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to see the detail or not.
But I'll help you with the focus if you move back a little bit. There you go. There you go.
So I have
Right
a
there,
world
right there.
eaters one and a
Look at-
chain and a
look at
corn
that.
symbol one.
Oh man alive. That's so cool. I'm
So
actually,
there's a
believe it
whole,
or not, after this, we're going to be exchanging details in terms of the size of the shield because I want to make one for my my Iron Warrior. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Evil Ted Smith has joined the chat. Honestly, Ranger of Krieg, do the thing! Exclamation mark Ted. Do it. Ted, you need to see this. You need to put this. You need to see this, right? Ranger of Krieg is about to use a new exclamation mark that I've set up just for you, right? So if Ranger of Krieg puts exclamation mark Ted, boom! There you go. All of Evil Ted's links are there. EvilTedSmith.com, Evil Ted Smith's website, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and his link shrink for a bunch of other links that are in there as well. Honestly, Ted, you're an absolute legend, my dude. Thank you so much. Ted actually contacted me recently about some 40k stuff that might be happening. He's currently building a Space Marine helmet on his channel, and there's also some other stuff that's happening as well, which is super cool. So I'm really excited for that. Thank you, Ted, for joining. Ted, awesome. Enjoy. This is the wonderful WhitWyvon Designs. We are currently talking chain shields. Oh, I absolutely love chain shields. Now,
it's just mental. They just embody 40k in a way that I can't think anything else does.
Exactly, right? And I can imagine the fact that like he picks up the shield, like puts it on his arm, holds onto the trigger, and it's like cool, and then like reaches under the shield like next to his hand or something, and just pulls the cord and like starts it up and like there we go, got my chain shield ready, starts walking along. Like just thing is though, I've always imagined how they would use it. Like since I started that design way back when you posted the picture of it and I made that laser file, I have always wondered, like, when, because obviously mine is going to be like, you know, a handle so I can hold on to it, and a strap on my arm, obviously. But like when someone's running at you, you can like use the shield to push them away, and then if they come at you again, you just turn your arm like that, and then just shred. Just
okay, one of the nice things about it, I've actually lined it up so that the actual shield, the actual chain, is in line with the fist.
Oh, look
so it is
at
literally
that.
a punch, and
well,
I don't know how.
You've just made that like a thing to me now. Now I have to make sure the chains are in line with my fist when I do mine.
You've got a bit of a curve down the front, so
I will have to add that bit of a curve in. I absolutely love that.
Also gone full Mrs. Nesbit with the action figure. He's a bit armless now.
I am Mrs. Nesbit, the Space Marine version.
Now I need to make a pinny for him.
You need to make a little penny for him.
So,
so
it doesn't help that my brother-in-law actually has Space Rangers, Space Marine Army. So he actually has Buzz Lightyear's running around the table.
That's, oh my god, Star Command, the Space Marine faction. That's madness. Right, I have quite an important question here for you, I'd say. Considering that we are the Iron Warrior cosplay live stream and we're doing the Iron Warrior cosplay Q&A, have you ever cosplayed?
A few times. Not really as much as yourself, but I have done a few bits and pieces. I've done lots of fancy dress. I've probably... I mean, where does the line between fancy dress and cosplay end, I suppose?
Fancy dress tends to be quite quickly done, quite cheaply, and quite sort of, that's funny, this is Halloween, that's great. Cosplay is sort of, I have spent many months making this, like my favourite thing was, I don't know when it was the other day, but it was in chat, and someone said, like, I think it was Ranger Krieg Cosplay, actually, who said, it was like, if you go to a fancy dress party, you know who the cosplayer, like, specifically who the cosplayers are. Like, someone will come up, like, dressed as Waldo with, like, the costume shop Waldo on. And it's just like, that's cool. You look next to him, and it's, like, a fully armored, like... and it's like, is that real metal? It's like, no, it's foam. And you're like, well, you're clearly the cosplayer. It's fantastic. Like, I turned up to a Halloween party where people were dressed up as, like, actual bedsheet ghosts. It was so awesome. We had bedsheet ghosts. We had like zombies, and they had like they'd stuck like their kids from their kids' playset. They'd put the little bolts, like they literally used like eyelash glue or whatever it's called to glue them onto their neck and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was really funny, and like the green face paint and stuff like
yeah.
that, and it was like fantastic. And then I turned up in my Ghostbuster cosplay. I was just like, "Hey guys!" And they were like, "Oh fuck!" And I was like, "I'm overdressed for this. Like, I should go home. I should get something else on because I feel like I've overstepped my like."
Yeah.
But it was so funny. The ghosts were like, "We need a photo. We need a photo. We need a photo of like you getting us somewhere." So we had 2 ghost sheets, like me like shooting them. But what have you cosplayed? I'd love to know what you've cosplayed and sort of at what events as well, if you've been to any events, of course.
Yeah. So a couple of years back, I think if I try and remember backwards in chronological order or reverse chronological order, if I can say the word chronological. I went to, I believe you're a fan of Rooster Teeth, Red versus Blue.
Yes, I love Rooster Teeth.
Did you
Absolutely.
Did you get to RPX when it was?
No,
No.
I was so heartbroken. So many of me and my friends wanted to go. Tickets were so expensive. They were so expensive.
First time round, I was very, very lucky because I missed out on the ticket because they sold out in like minutes as well.
Literally, the website went live, it crashed twice, and then all the tickets were sold.
Yeah.
I
got really lucky because my brother-in-law's or one of his best mates was going and got a ticket for him and his wife, and then his wife got ill, and he said,
"Oh no,
you're nearby. You like Rooster Teeth and stuff. You want to go? Do you want my spare ticket?" It's like, yes, please. I never ended up paying back for it. And it's like the next year, it's like, look, you got the tickets last year. Do you want to go? No. Okay. Do you want the money back? Nah, no need at this point. So I was like, oh, cool. I got a free ticket to RSA. And so the second year that it ran, I went as cosplay. I went in cosplay. First day, I was part of a group who were doing Ruby crossed with Marvel Comics.
Oh, that's an
they were doing the
interesting
Ruby
mix.
Avengers. Yeah, so the main two, a cosplaying duo called Duo Dawn Cosplay, fantastic girls. They did the Sunny Soldier, so a mix of Winter Soldier and Yang with the yellow robot arm, really fantastic.
Madness.
And then Captain Menagerie, so Blake mixed with Captain America. So what I did was what did I call it? Well, Corrine, or basically this girl who is a super fashionista mixed with Wolverine. Partly so I didn't have to shave my beard.
That's a big plus sign when you don't have to shave your beard.
Yeah, so I had this kind of beret which she has, and these big golden Wolverine claws, which looked fantastic until I took them out onto the con floor and turned around and knocked one of them against a shop and snapped them. And they're only kind of like balsa wood in the middle, and it's like, I can fix this. I brought super glue. Yeah, I know it will work, and it worked for about 15 minutes, and then I hit them on something else. They broke somewhere else. It's like, okay, I'll give up at this point. I will just have one claw, which still still does the effect.
Yeah. But that's still like the fact that you weren't long in and you just turned around and knocked them. It's like,
Yeah. It wasn't the right way to build them. I could have 3D printed something instead, which would have been stronger and like a single piece. But I was trying to do it within a spirit.
Of course. I mean, don't get me wrong, 3D printing stuff is still totally in the spirit of it, but I get what you meant. Like, you were all
They also kind of do it somewhat cheaply, so everyone in the group had a kind of a similar level of quality and stuff like that. It was just unfortunate for me. But they had all kinds of mix, a really good group of people. We had plenty of drinks and stuff at the Fox and everything. And then
the Fox.
The next day, you remember Michael and Gavin in Achievement Hunter doing Play Pals? Did a game called Super Bunny Man.
Super Bunny Man, yeah. Oh man, you're taking me back now.
The Monday before RTX, I was I'd worked late at night, come home, took my laptop to the pub and had a meal, and I was watching that, and I was trying my hardest not to cry laughing in the pub watching it. And I just gone, this is a pink rabbit. It can't be that difficult to get a pink rabbit costume. So I got that, took off like all the extraneous stuff, so it was just the basic rabbit. Painted up a mask, had my glasses on the outside to kind of make square eyes of it.
Oh, nice. I was going to ask you how you incorporated your glasses into it, because like masks are always difficult when you have glasses.
Yeah. And had this giant cotton ball covered polystyrene sphere that I got from like the range, and literally made the costume in 2 days and spent all of Sunday, the second day of the con, in it, just walking around, and people saying, "Oh, can I get a photo with you?" Yeah, sure. What are you? You're RTX and you don't recognise Super Bunny, man.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not an Achievement Hunter fan, fair enough, but
yeah. Commissar Kalau?
Yes, Commissar Kalo. So
Kalo, sorry, I'm not, like, English second language, the worst at it.
Don't worry, even for English first language, almost everyone gets it wrong. 5 letters, one small village in Derbyshire, no one pronounces it correctly. And even when they hear it pronounced, they write Taylor or something like that instead. So everyone gets it wrong. Yeah. So Commissar Kalo was for the 6th edition 40k release. So big party in the store. Leicester at the time was one of the flagship stores, so it was one of the bigger ones. Loads of gaming tables. They had cake, they had drink, all sorts. And I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it properly. So I got this army surplus cap, very Commissar. I got one of the old Warp artifacts, which was kind of one of the first Games Workshop licensing things that lasted for about a year.
I remember.
Cut Terminatus and pinned that through the top.
Oh, that must have looked so good.
Oh, I've still got it somewhere. I've got this long coat that my mum made me for 2001, I think it was. New Year's Eve party. We did a Magic of the Movies fancy dress, and I went as Neo. And this is why I've always had a difficulty drawing the line between cosplay and fancy dress. Because when my mum made fancy dress costumes, she made them. They are cosplay quality, a lot of them.
Yeah.
To the point of some of them, 20 years, 30 years old, still look like new. They are absolutely fantastic. There's just a big bag and a big box of stuff in my parents' loft. There's just costumes that were made for her and my dad when, and me and my sister growing up, and they are phenomenal. They are cosplay costumes.
So I'm thinking now, if you manage to find that hat and that coat again, I'm thinking, Warhammer Fest, when it's back, we should see Commissar Kalo. Kalo. I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, that's all.
Could we see him come back? Do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We'll have to see Warhammer Fest. We'll have to see if I see a certain Commissar. Zug has redeemed Hydrate.
Oh, Hydrate!
Hail Hydrate! Thank you, Zug.
Oh.
Zug, you absolute legend.
But yeah, then I've got this Orc Slugger, which unsurprisingly is a Nerf gun and is functional.
Does it still fire? Oh no! Could somebody clip that? Could someone please clip that? That'd be brilliant. If you could just clip that for me, that would be wonderful.
I shot myself.
I'm gonna take that clip now and I can just send it to you. You can put it up on your Instagram and just be like, so I shot myself. You just shoot the wall and just bullet hits you straight in the face. Oh, that was legendary. That was absolutely brilliant. That's so cool.
I couldn't do that if I tried.
Yeah, I know, right?
But it all comes apart, so it's like proper
magazines.
Oh,
yeah, I turned off clips for the 12-hour. I turned off clips for the 12-hour stream and I haven't turned them back on. Don't worry, I will clip it with the VOD and I'll turn clips back on. I will turn clips back on. I turned it off for the 12-hour stream when I did the charity stream, and now I forgot to turn it. Damn. Okay, that's something to write down. Hold on, let me just write that down. Let me do turn on clipping. Ah, damn, I can't believe I forgot. I'm going to underline it twice. Underline it twice. But if you could cosplay anything, like anything, in the 40K universe, right?
Mhm.
What would it be, and why?
I want to do a servitor, like a multi-melter arm servitor.
Do you know that's really interesting? Is you don't hear that often.
No, yeah,
That would
and like
be.
I've got plans as well. And like I've got an idea of kind of basically want a big box that would be the multi-melter, maybe with some glowing lights in there, so I kind of like pull a trigger and it looks like it's lighting up. Big orange kind of environmental suit, so I could potentially join in the 601st. And
Hell yeah!
again, like any cosplay, obviously as you said earlier, got glasses. I cannot wear contact lenses because I have a really bad astigmatism. So it's like I gotta kind of incorporate that. So I was kind of thinking like a half mask that kind of covered the top half of my head, and then I could put lenses and stuff in front of it to some extent as well, and kind of like get the beard all oily and dribbly and looking kind of zombie.
Looking rare. I like that.
Yeah, and like big boots with kind of plates, just bone really, but kind of metal plates
but like
and stuff like that. So I've got and like a kind of a like a cowl to kind of cover up the joint between my shoulder and the thing, and maybe a breastplate, so it looks like it's actually the melters actually attached properly. Try and foam so it's nice and light, stuff like that. So
I like that you've thought this much into it. I like that, which means possibly another member of the Warhammer 40K cosplay group for Warhammer Fest. This is gonna be so cool.
I would absolutely love to do that if I can.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
Yeah. And I've done 40K cosplays in the past. I did a Alexis anti-psyker assassin back before Warhammer Fest was a thing. Back when it was still Games Day.
Games Day, yeah. Back when it was Games Day.
That must have been 2008, 2012, something like that. That wasn't 2012.
I was gonna say, it was earlier than that, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah. But yes, I got this Terminator Salvation mask. It must have been around the time Terminator Salvation came out, which had nice skull frontage and had glowing red eyes that you could see out of. I also had a voice changer in there, but it was just too annoying, so I ended up putting that out.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of voice changes in terms of like in cosplay, because you can always hear it unless it's really good. Like there's what's the one? The Decepticon. I think it's a Disney World. You know the guy on stilts. He's dressed up as Megatron. He's dressed up as Megatron and he comes out. Is it Megatron? Optimus. Yeah, Megatron. Yeah. He's dressed up as Megatron, and his voice changer and the way he speaks stuff is wonderful. Like if we could get that kind of quality, it would be brilliant.
I'm sure that's part acting as well.
Guaranteed. Yeah, he could probably use his voice. Yeah, exactly. But instead of just like a speaker and a microphone from like eBay, like an actual voice changer system inside a Space Marine helmet would be sick.
Yeah, those kind of parks, Disney, Universal stuff, they have the money to make it go.
They have the money, they have the technology.
Yeah.
If I had to ask you then, what your ultimate favorite chapter was in the 40K world, and specifically why? Wait, hold on. We have just been raided by Weird Sister Creative. Hello,
hey.
welcome. Oh my God, Weird Sister Creative. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my God. So welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A. I'm Iron Warrior Cosplay. This is my lovely guest for the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A today. This is WhitWyvon Designs.
Hello.
We are currently talking about his sort of the beginning and sort of, what was it? Beginning and middle, and we're currently near the end, I'd say now, of his Warhammer life / career. And we're getting into the cosplay side of things right now, which is absolutely wonderful. But yeah, for those of you who have just joined us, welcome. If you like what you see and you're enjoying the stream, hit that follow button and you can get notifications and stuff for when I go live, and you can watch us with more guests. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. GMT. And I always enjoy getting some guests on like that. We've had an interesting stream today, haven't we? I could say, like, we have had a lot of chat and a lot of subs have come in. We've reached our sub goal, which is absolutely wonderful. And I genuinely can't thank you all enough for that. So thank you again, Weird Sister Creative. Genuinely, thank you so much for the raid. I really, really appreciate that. It really means a lot. So what we were saying just now is your favourite chapter in the 40k universe.
Iron Within. I think. I mean, I kind of have to go with my own chapter, the Brotherhood of Fire.
The Brotherhood of Fire.
I mean, they're just fun. I don't win many games with them, but I've told so many stories over the years, and you know the fact that it's kind of all still collectively in here in jumbles. So many things that are either just fluff and background that I've written, or whether it's kind of stories that kind of came out during a game. Like one of the games I was playing at a club I used to attend, just standard Space Marines versus Space Marines, fairly standard mission. But as we were kind of going through, I was actually doing really well for once, which is unusual for me. I'm a terrible gamer. But everything was just lining up. The dice were going my way, and this guy was getting whittled down until he had one squad left, and I surrounded him, and they were in this building. And all of a sudden, it very much became this narrative of his guys were doing the heroic last stand. They were the good guys. Mine were in this situation, the bad guys, closing in. And because I could not time it, we went past the end of the game. It's like, no, we just keep playing turns. We don't care about the mission anymore. It's just, can I kill you? Can you survive? And they kept whittling me down and getting it down so I'd have a squad jump up into the building with the jump packs, and he'd just shoot them, and he'd just take them down to the last one, who'd come in and swing and just be killed at the last minute. And then the next squad would come in, and it felt like a movie. And it felt we were clearly getting excited, and everyone else around us was getting excited. And okay. And we just had the entire club around us cheering his guys on. And it just came down to, I think it pretty much came down to one-on-one, man-on-man, Space Marine with a bolter versus Space Marine with a bolter. And to be honest, I have no idea how it ended. We were just so excited.
No way.
Like proper, was it Rocky 2?
Oh, yeah, when both the fists come in at the same time, they both hit, and then it freeze frame, and it's just the Rocky theme.
And there's another game I played where it came down to man-on-man Power Fist versus Power Fist, and they both killed each other at the same time. that was anticlimactic.
I bet that building took major damage as well. I mean, Power Fist and a Power Fist, two Power Fields hitting each other like that. It's like when Captain America's hammer hits Thor's hammer hits Captain America's shield. I was thinking just now of Captain America holding the hammer, and I was just like, wait, no, other way around. Yeah. But yeah, like, you know, that big energy flow, that's madness. Also, thank you so much to Darth Sultan for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome. We have a question in the chat from Diabolical Props, and this is at Iron Warrior Cosplay and WhitWyvon Designs. Weird Sister and I, many moons ago in Ted's stream, concocted the idea to do ShedCon 2021, which in her and I are day drinking in her shed since all the cons are cancelled, and we would like to formally invite you both. That would be, yes. Weird Sister Creative, Iron Warrior Cosplay is definitely on the guest list. Thank you so much. That would be awesome. Please let me know, let us know when it is, and that would be fantastic. Oh my god, I'd love that. Oh, that's such a cool name as well, ShedCon. ShedCon. Like,
I don't want it to get to the point where it is just in a big farm shed where there's just loads of us around.
Hell yeah. Also, thank you, Pinkthorn, for the hydrate. I'm almost done, but thank you, Pinkthorn, for the hydrate. Ooh. But honestly, can I just say the banter, the chat that we've been having tonight has been absolutely fantastic. It has been so much fun. I remember asking you some of like the preamble questions, like just getting a gist of like sort of ideas I can get for questions and stuff, and asked you some stuff on Facebook Messenger and all that. And wow, the the knowledge you have, being the fact that you've been playing it since you were like 10 years old, the knowledge you have is insanely impressive.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. I love that. Be Cosplay. Ooh, day drinking stream. Can I come too? Yes, you can. the king of day drinking, the barbecue man himself, Be Cosplay from Down Under. Absolute legend.
I mean, I'm no slouch on a barbecue, but if he's there, I will stand back and watch.
I love that. Can I just say genuinely, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I have one last question for you. Is that where can we find you, WhitWyvon Designs? Where can we find you, my friend?
You can find me on Facebook at WhitWyvon Designs. You can find me on Shapeways, again, WhitWyvon Designs. I'm on Twitter at Matt Kalo. Quite easy because there doesn't appear to be another Matt Kalo on the planet, so very easy getting usernames. Hey, Ranger Creeks put my links up.
He is an absolute mad lad. He is quick on the button. I like that boy.
Yeah. So that's it really at the moment. I don't really do enough social media, but do find.
I'm not gonna lie. I hopefully by next year, hopefully a cosplay page too. So we'll have to get you some cosplay stuff. Also, for you guys who have just joined us, these are my social links. Thank you so much. And also my Discord link. The Discord link is going to be very important in a short while when we just say goodbye to the wonderful WhitWyvon Designs. We are going to be doing a raid tonight. Since we've had 2 raids, we're going to be doing a raid tonight. But we're going to be doing a raid after the announcement. But first of all, I would like to say a massive thank you to WhitWyvon Designs. Matt, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, if we do another small stream or anything, I know there's small streams coming up where I've had some guests do some cancellations, like they can't do it for some reason or something's come up and they can't do that date. We're going to be doing some small streams in between. I would love to be able to put you on the list for one of those if you would like to join us for another stream.
Okay, there's a lot more stories I've got, including Commodore Kalo getting arrested.
See, we've already got more. Like, to be continued next time on the Iron War Cosplay Q&A with WhitWyvon Designs. WhitWyvon Designs, Matt gets arrested. But no, honestly, genuinely, thank you so much for being such a wonderful guest. We've had a fantastic time. I've enjoyed myself. At least I hope you have as well.
Oh, so much.
Honestly, it's been fantastic. So, as I said at the beginning of the stream, and for those of you who've just arrived, we are going to be right back. The stream isn't quite ending yet, but this is goodbye to the wonderful WhitWyvon Designs. So, thank you again, and we're just going to go to be right back. So, thanks again. Everyone say bye to the wonderful Matt Carlow of WhitWyvon Designs. Thank you again. Genuinely, thank you so much. So, we will be right back. Hello everyone. Once again, I would like to say a massive thank you to the wonderful Matt Callow of WhitWyvon Designs for being on the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A. Now, it's time for the announcement. Now, this is something very, very interesting. So, let me get you guys the information here. I'm all set. There we go. So, when the announcement goes out, when I tell you guys what's about to happen, when the stream ends and I say bye and everything, if you guys jump over to my Discord, that's where it's going to be happening. So I'll let you guys know what's happening. Now, I have got some sheets in front of me here because I've had to pre-write it and stuff like that. So, here we go. So, you guys are about to hear what we have planned, and that's the Casual Warrior Cosplay Challenge. We're hoping to host a build-along style competition where we'll decide on a prop for you to build together. Templates will be commissioned by the wonderful Casual Props, thank you so much by the way, and everyone will be given free copies of that file. You'll be able to modify and add to those designs as much as you want, improving or changing anything that you particularly like or dislike, so you can change what you want. We want to make this as accessible as possible for everyone, especially for beginners. We've already had plans sort of in the running for some time, but we want feedback and information from you guys. Now, on my Discord, there will be a new section called Questionnaire, right? On that particular channel, there will be a link to a Google Docs form. We would love for you guys to fill that out and give us a better idea of what most of you have to work with in terms of tools and time and that kind of stuff, right? Once we have this information from you, we can begin to plan out a very, sort of decent, clean system once Season 3 of the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A is done. So that'll give us plenty of time to plan from now until May. We'll be mainly making small props rather than really big, overcomplicated props, but we'll also be working on the cosplay side of things depending on how this goes. There will be sort of time frames and stuff, but as for that is up to you guys again. We want you to answer the questions on the Google Docs form, and that'll give us a really good estimate and a really good set of information about what you guys want in terms of this. So we hope you guys can fill out our little survey and let us know what you think, and I genuinely hope this is going to be something that everyone wants to take part in. So it's called the Casual Warrior Cosplay Challenge, sponsored by Casual Props. Thank you so much, by the way. I really appreciate that. So let me know what you guys think, and if you guys legitimately like that idea, fill out the form and tell us what you think. Honestly, that Google Docs form in the questionnaire section is for everyone. This is going to be open to absolutely anyone all over the world. It's not specifically UK based, it is for everyone. We are going to have a panel of judges, we are also going to have guest judges, and if this goes on, the previous winner of the Casual Warrior Cosplay Challenge will be a guest judge. They will then get to judge the next round as we go through. So I really hope you guys like that idea. Let me know what you think, and also after the stream, the questionnaire will be going live on the Iron Warrior Cosplay Discord. So if Harry, you don't mind putting my Discord link up in the chat again, for anyone who hasn't joined, please join the Discord and wait just a little bit after the stream. You'll see the questionnaire come up. You can refresh it, click it, go to the... it's a single page. It's literally a single page. You guys can go to that and fill out the form. Let us know what you think, and then that would be absolutely fantastic. Also, woohoo, sounds great. Hope I can find make time. That's exactly what we're trying to figure out. That's exactly what we're trying to figure out with this. So if you guys want to let us know on the questionnaire, that would absolutely mean a lot. Also, thank you for the hydrate. There we go. Genuinely, thank you so much. A bunch of you already said you'd be up for this. That's wonderful. If you are up for it, or you think it's a good idea, the questionnaire isn't like an actual, yes, I'm in, I'm doing it. It's a questionnaire for us to find out how we should set this. Once we find out how we should set it all and get it all done, there will be an official sign-up sheet going out, and then you guys can sign up to it, and then we can get as many of you on. It's also open to the It's open. It's also open to the general public as well in terms of a hashtag that we haven't yet fully designed. But the hashtag will be out there. Everyone and anyone can join in, and we really hope that you guys are looking forward to this as much as we are. So from myself and the wonderful Casual Props, thank you again for being a wonderful sponsor for this. There will be prizes in either gift card form or even cash prizes, or there's a lot of stuff. It's all on the questionnaire. If you guys go to my Discord, please follow the link there, sign up to my Discord, jump onto the questionnaires, and remember to plug the prizes. There will be prizes, many prizes. A new Toyota Corolla. No, I'm joking. That's a different joke. That's an Auntie Donna joke. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming to the stream. Thank you for all the subs. We've reached our sub goal. I'm over the fucking moon. That makes me so happy. If I can make this like more full time, I'd be eternally grateful to you all. Honestly, I genuinely love you guys for this. So, thank you again. Jump onto the Discord, fill out the questionnaire, let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.